Hi, this is Deb, and I'm going to walk through one of the assignments of Module 7 for you, so you can kind of see how this wiki works. Wikis can be a little bit confusing, so let's walk through this quickly. This is the climate change wiki. I'd like to reinforce this is not about your opinion. You are gathering data, and the purpose of this is to gather all of this data, some that I give you that's older, and then you'll look up some new recent, and then you'll write a summary of that so that your classmates may use that to write their climate change wiki and your climate change wiki opinion paper in Module 8. So this is the data that everybody will have access to. All right, so we have our table of contents. Here are the instructions. I encourage you to print that off and keep it. But you're going to claim your region, and you're going to be responsible for 2 trends. I said at least, but really I want 2 from everybody. So this explains how you do it. You're going to get those 2 trends by looking at the old data I give you. I have some old data I have scanned from 1998 to 2002, and you'll pick out these 3 items from that data for each of those trends. So 3 for the first trend you pick and 3 for the second trend you pick. You're claiming your trend, so you are the only one responsible for that. Do you have to wait for everyone to do it? No. You look and see which 2 major trends you want to use that aren't already taken, and you post those, and they are now yours. There can only be 3 people per group, 3 people per region. There's 8 regions, which you'll see in a minute. Then you'll do new research, and then write a summary of that. Here's the video instructions that I'm making right now. Here's the link to claim your region. And first, let's look at what we need to post. All right, so I'm going to post that I'm claiming 1 and 2. Let's say I'm Sarah. So I'm choosing rising temperatures and whatever my second one is. And this tells you how many points, what to look for, and there's a slide example. I have more examples coming up. How do I decide which region I want to use? These packets. Open these up and look at them. I'm going to use Europe and Russia. See, they're scanned and they're not very good, so you're going to have to print these off or read them and retype the points that you want to use. I'll tell you in a minute about fingerprints. These are the things that are temperature changes, water level changes, glaciers melting, these non-living things that are happening. Then harbingers are how the living things are being impacted by these changes. Don't be too concerned about fingerprints and harbingers. We're just talking trends. So if I was looking at this, I could say, glacial ice disappearing, ice retreat, glaciers gone. That is one solid trend for this area. Oh, we also have heat wave business going on, which we'll see more of. Yep. There's the thinning of the ice sheet. I'd put that with the glaciers because we want overriding trends, not just little data being your trend. Decreasing ice thickness, that goes with the glacier reduction. Decreasing ice cover, those are all in that same glacier group. Then we have different changes in animal behavior or timing, basically. Toads, frogs, and newts spawning early, that can really impact if they needed to eat something that hatched at that very time, and now they're 2 weeks early, 9 to 10 days early, so their food's not there. Birds laying eggs early, same kind of thing. Early leafing of oak trees. Plants retreat up the mountains. That means they're going to higher elevations. Butterfly ranges shift forward. So we're talking animal changes here. You can actually talk about behavior. Reproductive behavior changing can be a trend, and then a change in ranges where they actually can live is another trend. Fires, definitely, trend. Earlier flowering dates, that goes up with that reproductive changes in organisms. Earlier flight peak of moths, we're talking about a range thing again. So I think you're getting the idea there. So that's how you identify a trend. And here's some more information. Here's some more examples. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do it. So here's the link. You can also get to it by clicking on apps and wikis, but I'll just use this one today. Climate Change Wiki. And you'll see all of your regions over here on the right. Here's a short list of instructions. I did an example for you in Europe and Russia. So I'm clicking on Europe and Russia and leave the instructions so everybody can see them. And here is what I'm asking you to do. Each of you will claim your trends and with your name in a different color text. And that's the text that you'll use the rest of the time. How did I make this blue? I have to edit Wiki content. That's how you have to do everything. Don't comment at the bottom. You edit Wiki content. All right? This T over here, you pick your color. So I might want to be that one. But the guys I was using, I can't remember. I think it might be around this blue. And then that's how I either type with that or highlight it all and change it. All right? So let's say I'm John, I'm blue, and I'm doing trends 1 and 2. I determine what those trends are. Temperature change, and then I haven't done the second one yet. But here's the example. Let's look at it again. So I submitted that. So edit Wiki content and submit is how you're going to change this. You put your name up here and claim it. Then you immediately, before you even put your date in, go ahead and put number 1, temperature change. Number 2, let's say I put animal or organism range change, all right? A change in where they live. Those are my 2, and I'm going to list those. So I've claimed them. Then I can come back and do the rest of the work on them. That way, when Sarah shows up and she needs to do number 3 and 4, she sees what my 2 are and can now look at the data and figure out what next 2 she wants to add. Then the same for Alice. So you all are going to claim your topic first, your trend, and then come back and do the data. All right, so I've done that. Then I'm going to come back. So this part here, old data, is from this guy that I gave you. All right, so 3 items that fit in your trend for each of your trends. All right, got it. Now I need to do the new data. This is where I do new research and figure out what's been happening in those areas. I want to Google Denmark and Germany, increased temperature, and then look for the most recent post regarding that. I might do climate change, Denmark and Germany. You'll want to try a whole bunch of different ideas of Googling terms, but it's always a good idea to go back to what terms, where you found your first thing. This is in Bulgaria, so look at Bulgaria, increased temperature, and see what comes up. And then pick 3 that really represent 3 separate ones. You want that really represent that well, and this included a table, an image that had what they project, how much of an increase in temperature will be to 2080. Doesn't sound like much, but guess what? A degree or partial degree really impacts, as you will find out, the life cycles of quite a few organisms. Then, once you finish that with your sources, 3 great new separate items for each of your trends. You're going to do 2 whole trends. This is only 1. Then you write a summary statement of that covers it. That way that anybody who's trying to decide and do their paper for the next module can read your summary and go, oh yeah, so that's what's happening. See, I got an email. So you have it. And look at the points. The summary is worth quite a few points, so spend some time on it. All right, I think that is about it. I hope that helps. I did want to say, here's another way to get to it. Apps, scroll down, wikis. Do not create, I don't know what your screen is going to show, but because I'm a teacher, so your screen might show different. Do not create wiki page. No, 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 no. We are using these 8 over here. So just use these. If you accidentally create a new one or you accidentally delete someone else's work, be very careful. But if it happens, email me immediately so I can fix it, so other people aren't impacted. That's probably the most challenging part about a wiki, that you can impact somebody else's work. So make sure you just do your own and you do it well. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.